Bola Tinubu's administration at a public event in Lagos. We note the Emir's acknowledgement of his notable or noble initiative, which he said could explain anyway, but his decision not to help the government. First, we acknowledge Sanusi indeed, and however, we find it amusing that a leader, more so one from an institution that embodies forthrightness, fairness, and justice, would publicly admit to shutting off saying the truth because of personal interest hinged on imaginary antagonism. Those were the words of the minister there. See details not just in the Nation newspaper, as well as other newspapers this morning. The Vanguard newspaper this morning, local governments receive direct federal allocation by January. That's coming from the presidency. The presidency has announced that starting from the end of January, local governments across Nigeria will begin receiving their allocations directly from the Federal Allocation Account Committee, FAC, marking a significant step towards local government autonomy. The special advisor to the president on media and public communications, Sunday Dari, made this disclosure during an interview with newsmen on Thursday. He reiterated President Bola Tinubu's commitment to implementing the Supreme Court's landmark July 2024 judgment, which declared state control over local government funds unconstitutional. In a unanimous decision delivered by Justice Emmanuel Agim, the Apex Court ruled that allocations to local government should either be paid directly or through state. Despite the ruling, implementation had been delayed to ensure proper mechanisms were in place. Dari confirmed that these arrangements are now complete, paving the way for local government to begin receiving funds directly by the end of January. See details in the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Local government received direct allocations by January, says presidency. Ondo local government polls, PDP withdraws candidates, kick as police restrict movement. Now it says that ahead of Saturday's local government election in Ondo State, the People's Democratic Party (PDP) has withdrawn from participating in the election. The party's director of media and publicity, Leye Igbabo, in a statement says, and I quote, "The decision is a product of several layers of consultations of party leaders, stakeholders, and the National Secretariat of our great party." It says our party fielded 15 chairmanship candidates in 15 local government areas and 131 councillorship candidates. But from all indications, the Ondo Independent Electoral Commission, ODX, credibility, transparency, and impartiality have failed the integrity test. Recent observations and report point to a troubling pattern of double standards by ODX, raising serious doubt about their ability to conduct free, fair, and credible elections. As a responsible political party committed to democracy and the rule of law, we cannot in good conscience confer legitimacy on this compromised process by participating in the election. Those were the concerns of the PDP in Ondo State. It's a long read. See Vanguard newspapers as well as other dailies this morning to see details. The headline again says, Ondo local government polls, PDP withdraws candidates, kicks as police restrict movement. In the Nation newspaper, Ayedatiwa declares today work-free day. PDP candidates reject party's withdrawal. Now, the Ondo State Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa has declared today work-free day to enable public servants travel to their communities to participate in tomorrow's local government election. A statement by Chief Press Secretary to Ayedatiwa, Ebenezer Adeniyi, said the governor urged stakeholders to ensure a free, fair, and peaceful local government elections across the state. Police Commissioner Wilfred Afolabi has announced restrictions of vehicular and motorcycle movements during the exercise. Some chairmanship candidates of the People's Democratic Party had kicked against the decision of the party to withdraw from tomorrow's local government poll. They said they were not consulted before the notice of withdrawal was sent to Ondo Independent Electoral Commission, ODEC, 72 hours before election. Well, there are a lot of concerns there, but see The Nation newspaper this morning to see details. Ayedatiwa declares work-free day, and PDP candidate rejects party's withdrawal. In the Punch newspaper this morning, INEC deletes 7,746 deceased persons from voter registration. The details are saying that the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has announced that 7,746 deceased voters were removed from the National Voter Registrar in 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory as of December 2022. The decision of Voter Education and Publicity the director of voter registration, voter education and publicity, Victoria Etemesi, disclosed this to newsmen on Thursday. She says 7,746 deceased persons across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory were removed from the National Register of Voters as of December 2022, she disclosed. According to INEC, a thorough cleaning of voter registrar is usually done before every general election. And that's the development. There you can see other details in the Punch newspaper this morning. Again, INEC deletes 7,746 deceased persons from voter register. All right, 07047007701 or 07072766278. Those are the lines to call to react to some of the stories that were read earlier on the show this morning. And taking some business news now in the Punch newspaper, Dangote Refinery projects 650,000 barrel per day June plans crude import. It's as this rather says, facility now producing 500,000 barrel per day as official looks beyond Nigeria to meet demand for products. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Rafael Omotosho calling from Ikere.
All right, go ahead. Thank you for calling.
I want to react on the Ondo local government poll.
Okay.
To say the PDP are not helping the situation. They shouldn't have withdrawn from that election, either positive or negative. They're supposed to have participated in it. We cannot continue doing routine and be saying that we get a better result. So we need to reorientate ourselves when it comes to local government poll. For the fact that the APC is the throne in the government circle in those states does not mean that the APC don't participate in it. This is democracy. So they should rethink. And they did not inform the candidates of that party before they wrote a letter to the INEC that they won't participate in it. That is uncalled for.
All right.
That's my submission. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you a lot. Thank you for your contribution this morning. So, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Adamimogo is on the line.
Please go ahead, sir.
I still want to speak of the chairmanship election on those streets.
All right.
It is becoming apart, as I can say, in Nigeria. That is, any city governor, the party, and other similar ones, we contribute or participate in any chairmanship election. But there's one thing that I noticed. APC or PDP, do either of them will not participate. If it's APC that is ruling, PDP will not participate. If it's PDP that is ruling, APC will not participate. In fact, this cannot help us. We call one thing government, we call it a check and balance. Where there's only one party that's ruling.
All right.
That is not election at all.
All right.
We should change for better.
All right.
This, we are developing every day. We're supposed to cancel all this system. Any party to participate in any election. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. We are totally out of time. We need to go now. The Daily Dose on Adamimogo 107.7 FM is what you have been listening to. And I'm so sorry I can't speak for that cause now, and we are totally out of time. But come next week, I'll give room for more calls. That's where we wrap it up on the show this morning, the Daily Dose on Adamimogo 107.7 FM, Ido Ekiti, where we've brought to you stories that are reported in the national dailies for today, the 17th day in the month of January and in the year 2025. My name is Oladoyin